Yeah. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We gotta talk about this. This is the big broadcast with your host, Big Stepper, aka Big Baby J. You know what time it is. Y'all all know what time it is. We gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about 7 minute drill. And let me start off by saying this. It's been a minute since I've seen y'all. It's been a minute since we've seen each other, since we've been around each other. I love and appreciate y'all. Everybody who is either watching the live right now or the people who are listening to the podcast. It's going to be uploaded on the podcast very, very soon. We out here, man. Friday night. I hope everybody's having a good one. I hope everybody's being blessed. Uh, as we got everything set up with the lighting, everything set up with the vibes, we gotta talk about the 7 minute drill. hmm The 7 minute drill. Now, look, first and foremost, I'm not going to play the song. I'm not gonna play the song, but I'm gonna go on Rap Genius and we're gonna kind of look at the lyrics together. Okay. So if you made it through, come show love, come appreciate what we're doing here at the big broadcast, what we doing here, what we doing here live, live, and this is a live stream I've been meaning to do. The podcast I've been meaning to do, and what inspired me was when I heard the song. So last night, celebrating the homie's birthday, we were basically having a good time, and then after I came home, like, okay, what's going on? I go on my Twitter. J.Cole is trending. Shout out Cole right over there, man. Actually, on this side, me should get my finger right. Yeah, on this side right there, Cole the poster right there. I'm a big J.Cole fan. Okay. Come to find out that he released a whole tape. I don't know if it's an official album, but pretty much it's a tape, right? Called Might Delete Later. What a man breaks down and sends direct shots by Kendrick. Yeah, yeah. It's no time to play. No time for play. So for me in my mind, I'm like, damn, okay, I got to talk about this and I have to bring my podcast back. I can't be playing games. It's not time for play. It's time to keep it real. So it's been mixed reactions. It's been mixed reactions. The main reaction is that, at least from what I've seen, okay, is that it was a weak or at least a mid diss track. That's what I'm hearing. That's what the streets are saying. Okay. In my mind, no. I believe it was far from weak. I think this was actually fire. That's what I personally think. And why do I think that? It's because of the reasoning and the level to the game it is. You know what I mean? Because this was not necessarily a, how can I say this? This was not the kaboom. This was not the, you know, end the whole game, destroy everything type of this. No, no. This was a warning shot. Okay. And we have to recognize it as such. It's a warning shot to say, hey, I got something in the tug ready to pull out and ready to destroy my ops. It's basically saying, I'm coming, bro. I'm coming, bro. So what we're gonna do right now, I think this would be the most creative way to do it, is I'm gonna show the screen and we're gonna look at the lyrics. We're not gonna go. I don't think I can do it on YouTube or really on the podcast. I can't really play the song individually and break it down like that. But I'm gonna go share my screen for people who are watching this visually, and then I'm gonna speak on it while we're watching. Right. So right here, right. Yeah, turn up. So I'm gonna kind of wrap it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go in my rapper bag. Y'all stay with me though. Okay. Light work, like it's PWC. It's a cold world. Keep the heat under my seat. I got a phone call. They say that somebody's dissing. They want some attention. It come with extension. So light work, like it's PWC, as you can see here, Fayetteville, right? Where he's from. PWC, Public Workers Commissions, provided supplies, services, electricity, and water to the people of Fayetteville. Boom. Light work, like it's PWC. Light work, like it's the electric company that works in Fayetteville, right? It's a cold world. Keep the heat under my seat. I got a phone call. They got somebody. They're saying they want my attention. It come with extensions. Okay, so basically, Cole is replying to Kendrick saying, "Yo, when you said on that like that track, when y'all were talking about me, when y'all were talking about Drake, when y'all were talking about us, you know what I mean? When Kendrick was talking about us, and indirectly Future was talking about us, you know, somebody's dissing. They understand it. They feel it in the air. Obviously, because Kendrick, you know what I mean, is going at the two goats, which is Drake and J. Cole, right? Drake and J. Cole are currently touring. They're showing a unified front, but I think this is gonna turn. My theory is this might turn. But anyways, as we go to the lyrics, my dog like say the word. He on bullshit. He itching. Done put in so much work in these streets. He got pensions. I told him chill out. How I look having henchmen. If shots get to popping, I'm the one doing the clenching. So in this in this phrase, he's basically alluding to how Drake is itching to get in the beef, right? And Drake, at least from what I've been seeing, he's kind of been showing signs on his social medias to friends that he wants to jump in. He's itching. You know what I mean? And basically Cole saying, I'm willing to go take it there. I'm willing to really start it and get it popping. And in my eyes, I believe that this is a better beef. What do I mean by that? That means that this is a more authentic, real problem. Why do I say this? I say this because Cole and Kendrick have always had this. There've always been rumors of them working together, being together, but not actually ever making it happen. And my theory behind this is a lot of these rap niggas don't like each other. They don't. I don't think they like each other. I think that they fake pretend to like each other in order to get to the bag. By the way, like the video if you're listening, and if you're on the podcasting platforms, I want you to give me a 5 star if you appreciate. Coming back. I'm coming back. Sorry, I just left y'all for a little bit. But if you get the chance, I want you to give this podcast 5 stars. And if you're on YouTube, I want y'all to slap a like on this video as we keep on analyzing the lyrics and breaking it down as to Cole versus Kendrick. Because really, this is a better beef for me. At least for me, as a fan of hip hop, as a fan of Cole, I think this is much better beef. I think the Drake versus Kendrick is a wash. I think that ultimately Cole and Kendrick are the actual real competitors in this hip hop rap ish. Because Drake, I don't believe he's that type of MC, man. He's not. He's not, and I don't think he's willing to even take it there. Because if we look at the history of amazing rap beefs, right? The best rap beefs will not only be personal, they were lyrical. They had allegories, they had metaphors, they had certain rhyme schemes that were so deep and amazing. You're thinking about No Vaseline with Ice Cube. You know what I mean? You're thinking about Hit 'em Up by Tupac. You know what I mean? These disses, you know what I mean? Ether by Nas, they were not only personal, they were lyrical, they were deep, they were next level. They changed the dynamic of rap. And for me, the last time Drake kind of did that was against Meek with back to back. But Drake can get in that bag with rappers who are inferior. What do I mean by that? When I say rappers that are inferior, I mean rappers who are not to the pen game of him. But there's only one dude I believe in the mainstream hip hop By the way, like the video. Appreciate y'all for being here. One dude that can match Kendrick in the mainstream in terms of bars for bars is J. Cole. That's the only dude. And that's why we're analyzing his lyrics right now. I'm not gonna play it. I'm not trying to get clapped by YouTube, but we're gonna keep on talking about it. Let's go to verse 1. I came up in the Ville, so I'm good when it's tension. If you're still doing shows, it fell off like The Simpsons. Now, this was one of the bars that actually got a lot of traction, a lot of attention, and I like it because Kendrick was not a mainstay in hip hop for a long time until he pulled out the Big Steppers, Mr. Moore and the Big Steppers. He was not doing much in the genre, man. In the genre, no. No, he was not. Your first shit was a classic. Your last shit was tragic. Your second shit put niggas to sleep, but they gassed it. Your third shit was massive, but that was your prime. Okay? So we don't even need Genius to anecdote this. He's talking about To Pimp a Butterfly, man. His second ish put niggas to sleep. Now, I love Cole. I'm a big J. Cole fan, but he's not the right nigga to talk about putting niggas to sleep. When J. Cole put out For Your Eyes Only, that put niggas to sleep. J. Cole has a lot of projects that have put niggas to sleep. But The Pimp a Butterfly, I'm gonna give him this credit. It was not as great as it was perceived by everyone. Right? For me, if I was to list, I'm not a Kendrick fan. I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm not a Kendrick fan. If you want to hear the perspective of a Kendrick fan, that's not me. Okay, so you better check out another podcast, another stream. But if I'm being a hip hop fan, an objective hip hop fan, Kendrick's best work was Good Kid, Mad City. That was his best work. Number two was Damn, in my opinion. And I actually liked Mr. Moral and the Big Stoppers. And To Pimp a Butterfly, I would actually put it as number four. Keep in mind that Kendrick has only released four albums in a lot of years. So in this situation, the critique that J. Cole has, it kind of sticks, man. It kind of sticks. Why do I say this? Because everybody realized, well, most people was thinking the prime of Kendrick Lamar was Damn, man. Damn was his best work. I believe so. You know what I mean? So then Cole goes says I was trailing right behind, and now I just now hit mine. So what he's saying here, we directly is that he was trailing right behind, right? But he now is in his prime. And obviously, after Damn, after Kids on Drugs, right? I personally believe that Cole now is in his, I don't say he's prime, but I think that he's incredibly hot right now. Pause. No Diddy. And we're going to touch on Diddy. No Diddy a bit later. But when I say that he's touching his prime, I mean that he's actually releasing a lot of features that are fire. You know what I mean? When you look at first person shooter, Cole destroyed Drake, killed him all my life. Cole destroyed it again. You know what I mean? Cole is going on a run right now that's legendary. Okay. And then he has the fall off coming real soon. So Cole is projecting really, really well. But then if you look at Mr. Moral and the Big Steppers, you could argue that that's maybe Kendrick's worst project or maybe his second worst. So when Cole says, I was trailing right behind and I just now hit mine, good arguments. Good arguments. Because Damn, I think, was, Good Kid Mad City, in my opinion, was number one, but Damn was close number two. And you could replace Good Kid Mad City and Damn at any point. Anyways, man, let's keep going with bars. And now I'm front of the line with a comfortable lead. How iconic. Soon as I got it, now you want something with me. Well, I caught me a perfect time. Jump up and see. So here is very obvious. He's saying all of a sudden when I'm really in my pocket, when I'm really in my bag, now you coming up. Now you coming at my neck, right? When a lot of times Kendrick could have came at their neck, right? So the next bars actually kind of make sense. Boy, I got here off bars, not no controversy. So here's what he says. Cole is saying that he came here off bars, not dissing, right? When he actually rapped is not no controversy. He enunciate controversy in a way to say control, right? And why do I say that? Because why did he say that? Because the control verse was when he went at a lot of rappers. And that's where Kendrick, as a student of the game, was saying, yo, I'm gonna go off controversy, control verse. That control verse was controversial. What Kendrick said in the Like That track with Metro Boomin and Future, controversial. So you're seeing a trend here. You see a trend that K Dot likes controversy. He likes to stir the pot. He's messy, very messy. And in my eyes, as a fan of rap, as a fan of hip hop, I like it. I like it. Like the video, by the way, man. If you're liking things right here, man, I'm telling you, he's about the controversy. And if you're out here, man, slap a like on this video, man. I'm breaking down bars for bars. Just keep it going, man. Funny thing about it, bitch, I don't even want the prestige. Fuck the Grammys, cause them crackers ain't never did nothing for me, ho. Ironically, the crackers is the reason you're alive, J. Cole. Cause your mom's a cracker. Your mom white. So that's the reason you're alive, my nigga. But if we look at it, right? Rap Genius is putting a little thing here. And Kendrick Lamar has been always looked at as like you know, more obviously a conscious rapper, but at the same time he's always been at the Grammys neck, right? And if you really objectively look at the Grammys have always done hip hop wrong. By the way, people in the building, slap a like. I appreciate y'all for being out here late night stream with me. Well, late night streaming, man. If this if this gets a buzz and traction, I might do this more often. But anyways, Kendrick Lamar has gotten a lot of nominations from the Grammys, which is unusual in hip hop. Hip hop has usually gotten disrespected by the Grammys a lot, especially the genres and the artists. I remember a few years ago, uh, Cardi B won Best New Artist over Nipsey Hussle. Actually, no, I think she might have won the Rap Album of the Year over Nipsey Hussle. Right? Keep in mind that Nicki Minaj has never won a Grammy. And Nicki Minaj has been the best female rapper, or one of the best rappers, period, in the game for pushing 15 years. Right? But Kendrick Lamar, on the other end, he's getting a lot of Grammys. He's getting a lot of nominations, right? Drake, on the other hand, a lot of nominations, no real Grammys, only 5 out of 55. He's shooting really bad. Cole only 2 out of 17. So what he's saying is F the Grammys because them crackers ain't never done nothing for me. Ho. He's saying F them crackers because the Grammys obviously is run by white people. They're run by white people. So if they're run by white people, they ain't done nothing to me. I don't need the validation that you do. He's saying that Kendrick is insecure. Slugs took my nigga's soul. Drugs took another one. The rap beef ain't realer than the shit I seen in Cumberland. He averaging one hard verse every 30 months or something. Now that is a direct shot. He's saying, bruh, Kendrick Lamar is not really hard like that. K Dot ain't hard like that. And here's the thing: when you're a conscious rapper, you don't have to be hard. You don't have to be in that pocket. You have actually more freedom, right? Is Kendrick Lamar averaging one hard, verse every 30 months? You could say that. You could say that because he takes a lot of times in his projects, right? Keep in mind that Kendrick Lamar has released four albums in like 12, 15 plus years, dog. So if you were to average it out, so these are accurate numbers. These are accurate numbers. If he wasn't dissing, then we wouldn't be discussing them. Yeah. Would we be discussing Kendrick Lamar if he wasn't dissing? Lord, don't make me have to smoke this nigga because I fuck with him. But push come to shove on the mic, I will humble him. Obviously, a direct shot at, Humble of arguably his best album. Damn. Bitch, be humble. Hold up. Sit down. Be humble. Ironically, Cole is saying K Dot, should be humble in this situation. I'm Nino with this thing, with that new Jack City meme. Yeah, I'm aiming at G Money, crying before I busted him. So obviously, am I my brother's keeper? We're talking about Nino Brown shooting G Money. What was happening with G Money? G Money was snorting the work, taking the drugs, and not actually selling them. So Nino Brown had to, smoke him. This whole verse was basically talking about, yo, I don't want to do this, but you forced me to do this. Why is that? Because Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole have always been seen as contemporaries, as homies, as allies. They ain't never been seen as rivals. They even talked multiple times about making a project together, right? But, you know, idols turn to rivals, allies turn to ops. And basically saying, man, I don't want to do this, but you're forcing me to do this. I might cry while I shoot at you, but nigga, I'm finna shoot at your ass, pow. So you better get ready to tussle. Warning shot. Now, if you really think about it, like that was a warning shot. So these niggas are really tap dancing. They're warning after warning. Now, if you're being smart and being analytical, you know that your opposition, your ops, has something in the tuck. So you have to have something as well in the tuck. So my prediction is that there's actually both of them have two songs that they're keeping in the tuck for each other. These are smart men. These men are not slow. So in my mind, I think and I predict that they have two songs ready to go once the other goes. It's almost like a sophisticated game of chess. Are you gonna move this one? If you move that one, I'm finna go with that one. Let's go. Let's keep going, man. I hope y'all liking this breakdown, like the video. Appreciate y'all for tapping in with me, man. 1 a.m. in the East Coast. We're doing this, man. We're doing this. And everybody who's listening on the podcast, I appreciate it, and each and every one of y'all. So he goes back to the chorus. Light work, like his PWC. It's a cold work. Keep the heat under my seat. I got a phone call. They say that somebody's dissing. You want my attention. They come with extension. My dog say the word. He be on bullshit. He itching. Done put a lot of work in these streets. He got pension. I told him chill out. I'm having a henchman. If shots get to popping, I'm the one doing the conductor Williams in this. I got mixed feelings about these fucking rap niggas. It's over for that cap. We official cap peelers. Long story short, you saying Kendrick's a capper. 2-6, we don't. At niggas, we got. We get at niggas. Okay. Shoot a nigga. Lights out. Yeah, my dog. Start fillers. Start stuffers. Triple double. Get on your ass. Black buffled. So long story short, he's going in. He's just giving allegories and basically saying, "Yo, we shooting at you." He's doing metaphors and allegories of basketball and all this. Body bag, cold work. Your instructor for Pilates class. Get a nigga stretched if I feel the disrespect. Pilates, you obviously have to stretch. He's using a metaphor over here. Your arms might be too short to box with the god. This is obviously a line Kind of poking fun at Kendrick's height. It's stupid. It's goofy because Kendrick is shorter, cold, tall dude. You know what I mean? But boxing, length. You know what I mean? All that. You need some length in boxing, especially helps when you're boxing. You know what I mean? We go deeper in that, but it's basically at a surface level. Who lived this life without pressure, ran over constant facade? I pray for peace, but if a nigga sees this positive vibe, a fucking nine inside my pocket, bitch, the rocket gonna fly. Hey, hey, Falcon 9, that's a rocket. SpaceX. The rocket's gonna fly. This is a clever bar. You know what I mean? He's praying for peace. He's on some positive ish, but he will let the rocket fly. This is why I'm saying that this whole verse, this whole song is a warning. It's a warning. Say, man, I'm gonna let the falcon fly, man. You're too short to box. You're a small nigga. You're small fry. So it's getting personal and it's getting very disrespectful. I love it. I love it. I love it. Because what is hip hop? What is rap music? Rap music is urban. It's really urban street culture. Okay. Where did urban street culture come from? It came from poverty. It came from New York Bronx in the 80s, in one of the roughest periods of history for Black American people. Okay. So when you come from poverty, when you come from the struggle, right? What in our community we do is we do the dozens. We crack jokes on each other. We make fun of each other. We crack jokes in order for us to laugh rather than cry. That's a deeper level to this, right? But within the jokes, there's also some kind of love in between it. So what you're seeing in this Cole verse is he has love and respect for Kendrick. He actually bigs up Kendrick a lot, but he gets disrespectful as well because within this beef, I don't think it's gonna go to violence. No, it's not. Why do I say this? Because these are not violent individuals. You know what I mean? As much as Drake wants to say he has mob ties, almost everybody who's insulted Drake has never gotten touched physically. You look at Common, never got touched physically. You look at Pusha T, never got touched physically. You look at Meek Mill, never got touched physically. You look at, uh, I don't know, Quentin Miller, never got touched physically. All these individuals who went at Drake, they never got physically assaulted or injured or hurt to any level. They kept it on wax, meaning on the tracks, on hip hop. Kendrick versus Cole is not going to get violent. This is not no Yo Gotti and Young Dolph type beef. No, when niggas is dying, bodies getting dropped left and right. This is not no, you know what I mean, O Block versus, you know what I mean, St. Lawrence. This ain't Chicago. This ain't Chirac. This ain't FBG Duck and King Von. This ain't NBA Young Boy and Quando Rondo or Lil Durk. No, this ain't that. This is about the genre of hip hop having lyricists who are going at each other, specifically on bars. The last time we had something like that was Nas and Jay Z, because Nas and Jay Z were elite lyricists who went at each other consistently. If we get, in my mind, if we get two diss tracks from each of these guys, let me say two from Kendrick, because this is like that. By the way, that's a Future and Metro Boomin track, so I don't count that. But if we get two pure diss tracks from Kendrick, K Dot, two pure diss tracks from J. Cole, because this is a warning shot. I think this is a success. This is a massive success. Why do I say it's a massive success? Because when Pusha T went at Drake, we had a lot of fun, man. We had a lot of fun. And on top of that, we got to meet Adonis. Out of all this, we got introduced to a secret baby. You know what I mean? I would love to see what comes out of this. Anyways, let's keep on reading the track. Let's keep popping it. Now it's popping outside the top of July. My text flooded with the hunger of a toxic reply. A lot of people are saying, yo, bro, go crazy, go in. I'm hesitant. I love my brother, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm powered up for real. That shit would feel like swatting a fly. He's saying, everybody's telling me to go off on your bitch ass. I want to go off on your bitch ass, right? I'm feeling powered up. I'd be like swatting a fly, like, "Ugh, get out my face." You know, he's overpowered. He's OP. He feels some type of way. And he wants Kendrick to get in that Venus flytrap so that he can get to eating. You know what I mean? 4 albums was in 12 years, nigga. I can divide. Now, this was a powerful bar because it alludes to Takeover, where, uh, Jay-Z said 4 albums in 10 years, nigga. I could divide. And it's accurate to what's actually happened in, Kendrick Lamar's career. He's only had 4 albums in 12 plus years. You know what I mean? So that gap is huge. But if you really think about it, even J. Cole himself has been like that. J. Cole himself has not released albums every year. It's been Drake who's been doing that. So that's why when I look at the beef, I think this beef is so much better if it's Cole versus K Dot. Because they're more at the same level, the same frequency. You know what I mean? Drake is a pop star, man. Drake is not a rapper, he's a pop star, man. Drake is Taylor Swift. Drake is Taylor Swift. I don't care what y'all niggas say. Drake is Taylor Swift, man. Shake it off, shake it off. Yeah, that's Drake, man. She used to call me on my cell phone. Only now when you need my love. See, when you're a bubblegum rapper like that, the expectation is low. You have to grade on a curve. Okay? By the way, like the video, like the channel, give me 5 stars if you're on the podcast. You have to grade on a curve. Okay? Meaning that you can't expect 2014 Forest Hill Drive from a guy like Drake. You can't expect something like, KOD, you know what I mean, by Drake. You can't expect this thing like Damn from Drake. You can't expect Mr. Moral and the Big Stuff. You can't expect that. That's not how it goes. So when he says 12 albums in 12 years, nigga, I can divide, he's trying to say that your work rate is not like that. You're not that type of, you know, dude who's gonna actually put in a lot of work. Now, the argument on the other side could be, I don't put in a lot of work, but I put in a lot of quality, which Kendrick could say, and Kendrick would be correct. Kendrick is a quality rapper. He's not a quantity rapper. See, there's a reason a guy like Young Thug, a guy like Future can release, 6 mixtapes in 2 years because they're talking about the same things. You know what I mean? So when Future has a track like Cody and Crazy, you know what I mean? It hits different because it's hitting at levels that most of his music doesn't hit. It's hitting at a new, different frequency. By the way, like the video, 5 stars in the chat. Appreciate y'all for spending the night with me. We're gonna have fun with this, man. We're breaking it down. We're breaking down bars for bars. I'm 30 minutes deep, man. We 30 minutes deep on a 3-minute song. How does that feel? Anyway, so Cole goes on, shit. If this is what you want, I'm indulging in violence. Put pictures on my homie, aim the chrome at your eyelids. Fly pebbles at your dome. We the Stone Temple Pilots. Now, I'm not exactly too sure about this bar. Apparently, here it says the Stone Temple Pilots are a grunge alt band. Cole is ref- relating the name of the band to fly pebbles and dome, stone, pebbles, bullets, temple, dome. The temple is the area on the side of the head between the eyes and the forehead and ear. Pilots fly shoot. So, possible reference to the story of David and Goliath may have been made. However, Cole already cemented himself as being in his prime early in the track. Blah 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 blah. Long story short, he's using metaphors and allegories in order to say that, hey, I'm flying, shots at your dome, I'm shooting at your face, man. This is merely a warning shot to back niggas down. Back in the town where whipping work and trafficking pounds. My jack jumping by the rapper making blasphemous sounds, switching sides like the tassel of the cap on the gown. I'm fully loaded, nigga. I can drop two classics right now. So them last bars, you know what I mean? They're talking about, cap and the gown and all that. And Cole at the end, he finishes off, I'm chilling, fall off on the way, nigga. So what he's saying is, Cole, long story short, has been saying that, man, this is all a warning, man. This whole song is a warning. This whole song is cocking the shotgun. And then we aiming. I might pop you. It's a warning, man. It's a warning shot. And, if we really look at it, the meaning of a 7-minute drill, according to military lingo, is being in a state of preparedness, practicing, getting ready for actions of war, right? And it's a perfect allegory, you know what I mean? Because what it's saying, you know what I mean, is that I'm ready to get it popping. I'm ready to get it popping. So a 7-minute drill is a military concept. Their purpose is to provide a concise explanation of why a meeting should occur. Its goal is to eliminate useless meetings that waste everybody's time. You know what I mean? So what he's trying to do, Cole, not even in an indirect way, say, I'm not here to waste anybody's time. I'm not here on no foolishness. Keep in mind that track like that, you know what I mean, came out about 2 weeks ago. Less than 2 weeks ago, man. And Cole is saying, "Huh, I'm not here to waste people's time, man. I'm not here on no foolishness. I'm here about that action." And that's really different from his contemporary Drake, who is wasting time in this beef. See, the thing about hip hop and rap beef is that, in the modern age, or modern time, we have started to be impatient with our artists. We've started to become saying, okay, if he doesn't reply in this allotted amount of time, he lost or she lost, right? Instead of looking at actually the quality of the disses, the quality of the bars. In my mind, I personally liked, 7-minute drill more than like that, right? That's just me though, right? Keep in mind that Cole had more content, more time to even speak, right? And Kendrick Lamar is a savage in my mind for saying, you know, I'm gonna go after my two competitors, my two goats. You know what I mean? Even right here where he says, yeah, yeah, get with me. So I'm talking about Kendrick's verse. Fuck sneaks this and first person shooter. I hope they come with 3 switches. Right? He's saying, man, I hope they come with really that heat, man. You know what I mean? I crash out like fuck rap, this Melly Mel if I had to. Got two T's with me. I'm snatching chains and burning tattoos. It's up. I lost too many soldiers not to play it safe. If he walk around with that stick, he ain't Andre's 3K. Think I won't drop the location. I still got PTSD. Motherfuck the big three. Nigga, it's just big me. Nigga, bow. You know? What? I'm really like that. Your best work is a light back. Nigga, Prince, I'll live, Mike Jack. Nigga, bow. Direct shots for all my dogs getting buried. This a kid with all them nines. He gonna sleep at cemetery, nigga. Bow. So just the rhyme scheme alone is incredibly talented, incredibly smart, incredibly clever, and incredibly disrespectful. So we're looking at an individual here. And Kendrick Lamar who says, man, I'm just gonna be disrespectful. I really like it. I really, really like it. He said, man, F y'all, your best work is a light pack. Nigga, bow. Motherfuck the big three, nigga. It's just big me. Do you understand the significance of that? The significance of that is just saying that despite what y'all say, despite what the critics say, despite what the fans say, despite what one coast says, because this is actually getting kind of coastal. Because despite what y'all think, Drake is an East Coast rapper, man. Kendrick Lamar, obviously West Coast, Cali rapper, man. And that alludes to 90s hip hop days, the pinnacle of hip hop. We're talking about individuals who have a respect for the culture. We're talking about individuals who understand where they are in the rap game and the fact that a guy like Drake, it's been two almost 3 weeks and he hasn't even spoken up. And a guy who was like a side of a little spittle, little side mission in this beef, Cole decided to step up and give a very, very good verse. A very good song actually. Is it's kind of interesting, man. Because you would think Drake, of all people, would reply directly, and it makes you really wonder: is Drake scared? Does he have a level of fear? Is he scared to rumble in the jungle, man? Is he really, really shook of the disrespect? See, when you fight, you get a certain level of respect. You're not a coward. You're brave. Because half of fighting is catching an L. See, when Drake was beefing with Pusha T, right? He had a huge chance to fail because Push is a better lyricist than he is. And he did lose. He lost. Everybody knows that he lost. But the fact that, he went up at Push was impressive. You know what I mean? You are the top artist in the genre, not necessarily because of quality, because of numbers. And you're rapping at a dude you're going at a dude who is a lyrical assassin. You are very, very bold for that. But I don't think Drake wants really to smoke with Kung Fu Kenny like that. So could it be that Drake got in Cole's ear and said, "Hey man, send the warning shot, send the trap"? Is that possible? Maybe. Obviously, get in the comments. Obviously, get in the podcast. Commentary. Let me know what y'all think. We don't know. We don't know yet. But one thing we do know is that hip hop is more exciting because of this. Hip hop is more exciting the fact that we're willing to have rappers really rap again. Isn't that funny that we literally have to compliment niggas for doing their job? We're complimenting niggas for doing their job, man. And but one thing is, at least we're doing jobs that are not illegal. or borderline criminal. And that leads me to my next topic of Diddy. Did he do it or did he not? Oh my God. Oh my God. So I got to take a sip for this, man. Mm, mm. By the way, shouts out to everybody who's on the late night stream with me, man. We out here, man. 1:30 a.m. in the East Coast. We need that. We need that. We need that. And as I'm here on Instagram, we're looking at brother love himself, Mr. Diddy, the Diddler. Let's see what he put on his Instagram story, man. We might as well. So on his Instagram story, he is reposting the post that he made earlier today. Uh, I'm not gonna play it for the simple fact that I'm not trying to get copyright claimed here. But the long story short, it's a music video for Victory. And Victory was the first single off I believe Diddy's uh, first album. Right? So it's Victory with Diddy. Uh Biggie Smalls, I think maybe a year and a half after he passed. And Busta Rhymes, right? Yes. I'm looking at the comments and it's looking like nobody watched, just straight to the comments. We also had no time to watch the song and compared as compared to reading the comments. Who you know do it better? He trying to tell you he won victory. Hashtag victory. Missed the whole video reading the comments. Diddy ain't going nowhere. Who else is here for the comments? Popcorn. Baller Alert even commented. Legendary hip hop legacy. Genuine is let's go. Lil Scrappy. Fire emojis. You know what I mean? All of this. The caption for this is bad boy for life with a fist pulled up. And if you look at a lot of, Diddy or Brother Love's recent social media postings, it's been a lot of his daughters. You know what I mean? It's been some messaging regarding Kobe. You know what I mean? So the comments were obviously turned off. His daughter, his recent daughter, right? And an interesting part of all of this is this recent post here, right? With the song Victory, the full 7-minute song. Open the comments up. And I believe this was strategic. Now, if y'all are not in the know, I'm gonna break it down best I can. Excuse me. About a week ago, shout out Bobby Shmurda, last Friday or Thursday, something like that. P. Diddy's homes, three of his homes, one in New York, one in Miami, and one in LA, they got raided by Homeland Security, right? And these, um, search warrants were executed in the plan. Basically, the investigation is about human trafficking, right? What is human trafficking? Human trafficking, for the most part, is basically pimping and prostitution. So, human trafficking can be described as multiple things. You know what I mean? So, instead of me trying to describe it, I'm just going to go on a quick Google search and I'm going to search it up. Human trafficking meaning, right? Human trafficking is the recruitment, transportation, transfer, and harboring or receipt of people through force, fraud, or deception with the aim of exploiting them for profit. Men, women, and children of all ages and from all backgrounds can become victims of the crime, which occurs in every region of the world. That's according to United Nations Office of Drugs and Crime. All right. So the thing about human trafficking is it has a large scope, right? So human trafficking could be as simple as, let's say, um, I'm seeing a girl, right? And um, I tell her we're going to Quebec, okay? But instead of going to Quebec, we go to Vancouver, okay? Instead of going there, we go to Vancouver. That could be classified as human trafficking because we're transferring a person through a deception. So the deception is we're going to Quebec, Quebec City, but instead we went to Vancouver in BC, British Columbia. That's a form of deception. Could be qualified as human trafficking. You could spend a lot of years in jail, right? Or it can be as severe, but that's something like, that's not something that the government will really persecute or go crazy at, right? Or it can be something as large as pimping, straight up saying, yo, bitch, go out there, get me some money. Get money for daddy. Or I smack the F out of you. You know what I mean? Or I might, what I mean, I'm gonna get rid of, whatever car or whatever. You can't come sleep here. You know what I mean? You gotta go get daddy some money. You know what I mean? The aim is exploiting for profit, and profit can be relative. What is a profit? A profit could be obviously money. A profit could be sex. A profit could be all types of things, instruments, could be all type of things. So the investigation towards Diddy's house and the search warrants were based on human trafficking claims regarding Diddy and how he's been functioning. Now, why is that? Is because Diddy had two major lawsuits. Okay. And now, if y'all are not in the know, Cassie and Diddy dated for years, years, right? So, if you look at this tab right here, it says in November 2023, the singer Cassie, real name Cassandra Ventura, filed an explosive federal lawsuit against her former partner, Sean Diddy Combs, claiming that he had physically and sexually abused her throughout their relationship. Now, keep in mind, this lawsuit was civil, right? And if y'all don't know about the law, there's a difference between civil and criminal. Civil is a lower burden of proof, more probable than not. And it's basically a 50% threshold. You know what I mean? And then criminal is beyond a reasonable doubt. Long story short, is that in this lawsuit that, you know, Cassie filed, the goal was to make settlements, basically make a financial agreement. It was not to uh, put Diddy in jail. That's what a criminal lawsuit would do. What a criminal case would do, right? The crazy thing about this is when it was filed under the Survivors Act in the state of New York, right? And the thing about it is, if you actually go through the lawsuit, it's pretty vicious, it's pretty disgusting. It makes Diddy seem like a monster. Whether it's true or not, we will never know because it never went to trial. It never went to trial. When it goes to trial, you can fight and see if it actually is real or not. But we have a guess that this was probably facts, that Cassie was probably saying the truth because less than 24 hours after this, you know, lawsuit was filed, it was settled. See, if I didn't do nothing criminal or nothing bad, I'm taking it all the way to trial, man. I'm taking it to court. I'm taking it all the way, dog. That's most rational people. But because Cassie's lawsuit was so specific, so detailed, and had a lot of people agreeing with it from a PR public relations standpoint, Diddy was a MFing creep. And Diddy, at least what it alleges, at minimum was a bisexual man, dog. At maximum, this dude's a fruitcake. By the way, shouts out to the fruity people. We have no problem with LGBTQ, none of that. We have no problem with that. What we have a problem with is people who lie about it, or who claim that they're not, or who don't even say it and keep it real. That's what we have a problem with. We have no problem with the rainbow, right? And my thing is, when Cassie released this, her purpose was to get the bag. Now, for me, I empathize with her because I do believe she was a victim. But at the same time, I look at the timing. I look at Diddy and his case against Diageo. By the way, Diageo is the company that owns Ciroc because Diddy never owned Ciroc. It's the company that owns DeLeon because Diddy never owned DeLeon. He was an ambassador. These companies, this company specifically, is a multi-billion-dollar company. And this company had been having beef with Diddy for the past year. So it's funny how all of a sudden Cassie has a massive, huge lawsuit that's just really, really detailed. And keep in mind, Cassie is not known as a singer like that. She doesn't make her money really off touring. She doesn't really tour. She's not a content creator like that. I personally believe she's dependent on her personal trainer husband. And keep in mind, if you're a personal trainer and live in a place like Hollywood, you're not making a lot of money, specifically based on that lifestyle, that LA Hollywood lifestyle. So it'd be interesting if, let's say, somebody from a company that used to work with my ex came to me and said, "Hey, would you want to pursue this lawsuit to get to the bag?" I think most people would say yes. Boom, November 2023, Cassie files a lawsuit. That's my theory. That's my theory. I'm not saying that she wasn't a victim. I believe she was a victim, but I believe she was a volunteer first and then became a victim. Because Diddy, like Cat Williams says, Diddy wants you to party and you have to tell him no. You have to tell him no. I don't know why I'm laughing, but you have to tell this nigga no. You just have to say no. Okay? Now, is Diddy the type of individual, is the Diddler the type of individual who will force himself on you and do things that are egregious and disgusting? Maybe. Maybe. This hasn't been proven in a court of law at all, but from all accounts, it sounds like this dude is the type of dude who has a problem with not getting his way. Keep in mind, the Diddler is a multi-billionaire. I don't think he's just a billionaire. I think he's a multi-billionaire. And I believe that Diddy made his billions off exploiting people, off being shady in the music industry. The music industry is such a shady, disgusting business. Diddy was able to play in this realm and make money off a lot of artists from his label, man. You know what I mean? And here's the thing: you could argue that that's the cost of business, but at the same time, you have to understand that that business in itself is disgusting and corrupt. If the business relies on the executives, the record executives, the biggest people at the top to steal money from the artists, if that is the business, then it's a disgusting, messed up business, man. The hip hop industry, especially to make it, is more so about compliance more than time. What do I mean by that? I mean that What are you willing to do to get to that level? What are you willing to sell? What are you willing to spread? No Diddy to get that record label deal, right? So when people say they're willing to sell their soul, what that really means is that they're willing to do things that they are against their nature, that are against their morals, that are against what they've been raised up to do. Meaning, directly, they're willing to sell ass. They're willing to bend over. They're willing to get on their knees. They're willing to do things with the diddler that they would not do with a man. That's what it is. Nori says something about a door, and that door is either homo or Illuminati. Now, I could go deeper. I'm not going to go deeper. This is going to be a podcast slash YouTube type of stream. I'm not going to go deeper. I'm not trying to get censored off YouTube or other podcasting platforms. I might make a part two and put it on Patreon. By the way, if you here like the video, would appreciate that. Best way to support the channel. Or give us 5 stars on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to. I'm not going to go deeper than that. What I am going to say is that Diddy is not an anomaly. Diddy is not the only one. Diddy is also not innocent by any regards, but I think that he's not as guilty as people are saying. Why do I say that? Because we have two courts in life. We have the court of public opinion, and then we have the real courts. See, the court of public opinion will have you believe that Chris Brown is forever and ever a female abuser. Did Chris Brown abuse Rihanna in his past as a young man? Yes. But did he pay his debt to society? Did he change? Is he a new individual? Is he a man who is in his mid 30s, who's very different than a boy in his late teens? Yes. But the court of public opinion will not tell you that. There's people to this day who have one way of looking at him, and they ain't gonna change that way. Right? Diddy, at least now, from a public relations, public opinion point of view, he's literally the diddler. We've come up with a term. Instead of saying no homo, say no Diddy. He's become basically an adjective. You feel me? That's what he's become because of not only rumors of what he done, no substantiated proof. Let's keep it real. There's no proof yet. Until they put this man in handcuffs and have a list of crimes that he did, you know what I mean, or allegedly did, we don't know for sure. These are all rumors and gossip. Are all these rumors and gossips based on facts? Probably. Would I go to a Diddy party? Hell no. But guess what? A lot of rap niggas and rap bitches went to his turn-ups. They went to his parties. What does that say about them? See, I didn't even come up with that. That was Jim Jones, the rapper Jim Jones. He said in one of his freestyles, a lot of you rap niggas and rap bitches went to that nigga house. Shit, I don't know shit about no shit that I don't know shit about. In that little rhyme right there, Jim Jones was saying, all of y'all were at this dude's house, man. All of y'all were probably participating in unspeakable, disgusting acts. All of y'all were probably taking drugs with this dude. All of y'all were probably participating in the sexual deviance that he was doing. All of y'all were drinking his liquor. All of y'all were consuming his vibrations. And now y'all are trying to two-face around and not even pretend like you were associated to this man. Now y'all trying to double back like y'all were innocent bystanders in between his degeneracy. Nah, man. A lot of y'all were at this dude's house, man. A lot of y'all were doing the freak offs with him or with people who are associated to him. When you look at the Cassie and Diddy situation, that's basically it now, right? A lot of participants, a lot of volunteers. Keep in mind that Cassie and Diddy were together for years, years upon years, 10 plus years. Now, is it possible that you can start off as a volunteer and then become a victim? Yes. Actually, that's more common than people think. But my thing is, as much as people are victimized, there's a lot of participation, man. There's a lot of participation. We're not talking about kids here, man. Now, it's a possibility within this investigation, they might find that the diddler was dealing with underage people. Now, that's 10 times worse. But a lot of these allegations, a lot of these investigations were based off Cassie, who's confirmed that she's working with the feds on the criminal side of this, and a producer called Lil Rod. Lil Rod was one of the producers off the Love album. That's P. Diddy's recent album, R&B album. The album was garbage. It was trash. But Lil Rod was not paid and made all these allegations about the Diddler. What do I predict is going to happen to the Diddler? No Diddy. I think my feelings have changed off this, off my analysis, off my research. I'm not saying that he's going to skate away with this, but I wouldn't be surprised if this does not go the way people think it's going to go. Why do I say that? Okay. See, the civil trials, he can handle that with a cash, with a payoff, like he did with Cassie. With the criminal trials, that is not only harder to prove, but if you have the money and the lawyers and the evidence, you can beat cases. Now, what does justice look like? That depends on what your definition of true justice is, right? A lot of people have been done wrong by Diddy. It's very clear, right? Can they bring up enough evidence to take him to jail? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. Why do I say that? Because there's been rumors of the Diddler Diddy working with the feds himself. He could be an informant. There's been rumors of Diddy himself paying off law enforcement, meaning he's paying the police. Who knows? He's a multi-billionaire, man. Who knows how much his influence goes? My thing is, I don't think this dude is going to be arrested, for one. And if he does get arrested, he won't spend more than 3 or 4 years in jail. Why do I say that? I say that because I know the patterns of human nature. I know the algorithm. And that doesn't make me smart at all. I'm not that smart. I'm not even really smart at all. I just have a certain level of common sense. I understand that when it comes to people getting paid off, when it comes to people, you know, wanting to stay in the background and not fight back, they're gonna go with the path of least resistance, dog. People are not willing to take it there. I believe that the people who are going against Diddy are really mad at him. He himself is not a victim at all. He has victimized a lot of people. I would prefer that he goes to jail. That's what I would prefer. But I'm being realistic when I say I don't think he will. Why do I not think he will? Because the simple fact that he has so much power and influence. This dude worked with the Democratic Party. I'm not even going to go deep on that, but he worked closely with the Democratic Party. This dude worked closely with Clive Owens, who was rumored to be an even bigger monster than him. Rumored, allegedly, right? This dude was paying off award ceremonies like the BET Awards. This man was apparently, accused of shooting people, and then he would find ways to get other people to take the bail with him. This man had been, smuggling guns and drugs, literally pink cocaine. Don't be surprised if this dude does not spend a lot of time in jail, or maybe he flees for a long amount of time because we are in a society, especially a capitalistic society, where a dollar has so much power and influence, man. And I think he'll use that dollar to move things in a certain direction. Now, will there be a fall guy? That's what I think is going to happen. Or fall people. I wouldn't be surprised by that. I would not be surprised by that. Because everything you can give to Diddy, you can give to somebody like Birdman. You know what I mean? Birdman has had gay allegations against him. You know what I mean? Birdman has stolen a lot of money from rappers, specifically his biggest artist, Lil Wayne. You know what I mean? There's so many things that Birdman is did, but why don't they go after Birdman? I know why they don't go after Birdman. Because Birdman has not bit the hand that feeds him, man. He hasn't done that. But Diddy did, which makes us ask, did he do it or did he not? It's pretty easy. The answer is pretty simple. He did it. He did it. But my question is, will there be justice? Will people go to jail? Will he go to jail for what he did? By the way, like the video, 5 stars on the podcasting platform. Will he go to jail for what he did? I'm going to say something controversial, and I don't care what nobody thinks. I do not think he will go to jail. And I do not think he'll get persecuted to the highest extent of the law, because I understand society don't work like that. You understand how many criminals are out there right now that ain't never going to see a jail cell? Do you know how many niggas have gotten bodies out there and they're never going to see a jail cell? Do you know how many people are committing fraud on Wall Street right now? Ain't never gonna see a jail cell. See, if Diddy goes to jail, then y'all gotta take Birdman with him. Y'all gotta take Birdman with him, man. That's how I look at it. Y'all gotta take Jay-Z with him. Then y'all gotta take all these Lee or Cohen with him. Y'all gotta take L.A. Reid with him. Y'all gotta take Russell Simmons with him. Y'all gotta take all these people with him because he is not an anomaly. Unfortunately, he's the norm. And man, we're pushing on 2 a.m. right now. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for showing love and being here with me as we do this. Did he do it or did he not? We gave that breakdown for J.Cole. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all spending the night with me, man. It's been big broadcast. Your host of the most, Big Stepper. I might do a Patreon episode a bit later, going deep in my conspiracy bag about the Diddy situation. Y'all stay tuned for that. And if you like these late night live streams, let me know. I might do them a lot more often. Again, it's been your host, Big Stepper, Big Baby J. The Big Broadcast, episode 71. And we out. Deuces.